Hello and welcome back. They've let me loose on my own on day one. I mean, yeah, Stephanie's not in the building, so anything could happen. Hello, I'm Corinne and welcome back to Highlight Crafts. We've got some exciting things. Now, a lot of this show you saw with myself and David a bit earlier, but we've got some extra bits added. So if you want to have a look, get on the website and have a look and shop ahead and see what we have got. But I'm going to talk you through what we've got. So I'm going to see if I can remember all this, because first time I've had to do it on my own. There's lots and lots of ways for you to shop. So obviously, hopefully you're watching us on social media, even on Facebook, YouTube, all of those, Instagram. Now, if you want to buy anything today, then you just click on comment and you enter the word shop, and then you will enter one of the words that you need to do. So like you can see just here, it says shop coastal. So you would just write shop space coastal, put that into your comments, hit send. That will generate a direct message to you with a link in there that will take you through to the Highlight Crafts website. Click on there, make sure you log in. Now, this is what I absolutely love. We're going to show you lots of half price, and I've actually got one that's even much better than half price deal. I'm going to show you in a minute, but you will still get your Highlight Crafts membership discount, and you will also get your points. Now the deal I'm going to show you is going to get you so many points, which you can then use to spend them just like cash. Absolutely fantastic. Now if you want to get ahead, go straight to the website and then you can just load up your basket that way. So many ways to do that. If you've got any questions or if I've missed anything out, send it in. We're just charging up the tablet. I'll have that in a few minutes and I can say hello to everybody and we can see where we're at. Now, look at that. They've put it on the deal ready. Look at this. Brother Scan and Cut Black Friday mega deal. This is amazing. Now you're going to get the Brother Scan and Cut, which is normally $4.99. You're going to get magazines 1 to 24. Now this on the stepper is magazine 1. Can I just say, don't print them all out, because this is magazine 1, or one of the magazines, should I say. You're going to get 24 digitally. Look how big it is. That's worth £720. You're going to get everything. And in there, you're getting the instructions, you're getting all your SVGs, you're getting all your downloads, all your reflections. You're getting everything that you need. 45 projects in every magazine, and you're going to get 24. I'm good at maths. My maths brain hasn't quite worked. That's over 900 projects and a bit more. You're also going to get some classes with our lovely Mel, and you can see that there. Lessons 1 to 3. That's worth £30. Then, in addition to that, we're going to send you a coupon worth £50. So you're going to be able to buy your SVGs, your cutting files, everything that you need. Now, I've got that. I'm just going to size it. £1,298.99. That's phenomenal. But you're not going to be paying that today. You're going to be paying £449.99. You're saving £849. So if you want this, type shop mega. It's the best deal I've seen in a long time. I should have said it is the Scan and Cut CM what the SDX 1200. That's the one, SDX 1200. I had to get the name right. So you have got so many built-in shapes in there as well. It is phenomenal. And it's Brother. It's a name that you can trust. I've demonstrated it so many times in the past. I love it. It's the one I've got at home. I can see it says on the top now, SDX. Why didn't I spot that? Anyway, there you go. So I just wanted to drop that one in, and then we'll have a look at some of the other bits and pieces. But that was important to know, because I'm going to show you some SVG cut and file bundles that we've got as well. Now, we've added some extra bundles to the show. If I can pick these up. Ugh. Right, first one. Now, we talked about these. So this is Shop Coastal. So they call it rice paper downloads, but you can do so much more than rice papers with these. Look at these. Aren't these beautiful? Now this is going to go so well with your Pebbles and Memories collection as well. Isn't this absolutely beautiful? It's not Pebbles and Memories, is it? It's Pebbles and Promises. There we go. I got the name wrong, sorry. But there we go. So that's just one set. Then you've got, look at these. And, you know, we were talking about what does it remind you of, and we were saying about Cornwall earlier. This is St Ives to me, and it's all around that sort of coast. It could be so many different places. It could be Robin Hood's Bay if you like going up on that east coast in Yorkshire. How about that? Look at this. I'm thinking your bloat's coat cards, your bloat's project, your nautical themes. Now remember, all of these are resizable. You can cut into them. You can use little bits. We could be using scrapbooking. We could be doing junk journaling with them. Look at that. Isn't that absolutely brilliant? And then it just keeps on going. What we've got 8 on each one, and I've shown you 3 so far. So this is 4. So that's 32 that we've got, and it's still going. Now these are $14.99. They're half price instead of $29.99. And another sheet. They just keep going. Aren't they beautiful? And remember, you don't have to use all of them. You can just use part of them. Is there one of them that's really, really jumped out to you that you are loving, or are you just loving them all? I mean, these are beautiful. We're going to be looking at the Perfect View collection as well, and some of these you might want to resize and use with those. This is why we put them on, because we're doing quite a lot of sort of scene building dies. So this is you know what you can build. Oh, look at the tabby cat. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? I am loving these. They are virtually your artwork done. You're not going to need to do much more at all to these, are you? If you like that, shop Coastal, $14.99. Ooh, right. So that's the first one. I've got a few, so just bear with me. So I'm going to put them down here so that I know which ones I've done. And I'm going to pick up the next one. Oh, this one is, oh, it's a bit lighter. I can handle this one a bit better. Shop Fantasy. How about this? Look at the colours. Now, do they all, yeah, they're all going through these blues, these icy colours. Aren't they gorgeous? Remember, we're calling them rice papers, but you can print them onto whatever medium your printer will take. If your printer will take rice papers, that's brilliant. If your printer will only take card, then do it on card. If you want to do it onto fabric, if you've got a printer that will take fabric, then that will work as well. Again, it's half price, $14.99. I'm thinking these would make beautiful wedding cards as well, because it's like a gorgeous bridal gown. You know, winter birthdays, winter weddings. Oh, that butterfly, isn't that gorgeous? You're going to be able to do so much with that. Oh, look at that. Now, remember, you know, these are going to go into your Minecraft Studio software, and you're going to be able to do everything that, you know, you can do with Minecraft Studio with all of these. Again, doesn't have to be rice paper. Rice paper is brilliant. The designs are just designed to work beautifully with rice paper, where you just sort of tear it and shred it and do however you want, but they're going to do so much more. Fantasy, all those gorgeous images. I am loving these. That's very prom-esque, isn't it? You know, like a prom dress. It's gorgeous. I am loving these. So pretty. And the colour palette, but again, remember, you've got Minecraft Studio, so you can change the colour palette if you want to. You can snip out elements, you know, you can fussy cut elements out. It's entirely up to you. Oh, look at that. We're going on to the animals now. Oh, look at the storybook. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. And again, if you've got a printer that will print A3, then, you know, just resize them and print them out as A3. And then the final sheet, just so you can go. All of these are part of your Shop Fantasy. Now, I mean, these with the butterflies, yes, they've got those blue tones, but I think you could quite easily take those out of winter very, very easily. And so there we go. If you want that, make sure you pop that into your basket as quickly as you can. There we go. So that's the second one. I don't know if we're going to go through them all. I might be able to speed up a little bit with some of the others, but there we go. So what's my next one? My next one is Shop Secret. Isn't this? Oh, look at the pumpkins. Oh, I am loving these. Oh, they're just like little flower fairies. They are absolutely gorgeous. So Shop Secret is the code that you need to get these. Oh, we're going fast now. We're going fast. It's speedy camera work. And look, oh yes, with the mushrooms. Now, again, you can resize them. Sometimes when you look at them as A4, they can feel a little bit daunting, but don't worry about that. You can make them the size that works for you. Oh, isn't he cute, that little dragon? And then, now here you see we've done portrait ones and we're now on landscape shapes. So it's looking a bit funny for you for there, but you can see how it works. So you're going to get more of the width. But again, you can snip into them and just use the bits that you want to use. So these ones are all landscape. If I had the big enough arms, I could turn them round, but I don't. Very last rose petal fell on that one, wasn't it? And then, I mean, you're going to get all of these. Isn't oh, I'm loving those. I'm loving these ones here. These are beautiful, aren't they? Absolutely gorgeous. I'm thinking maybe get them on your rice papers and then you could get them, you can make them into wall art, everything, you know, if you're doing a little girl's fantasy bedroom, these would be phenomenal. So Shop Secret, again, all of these are coming through at $14.99 and you're going to be able to get that one. It's one of these that's really taken your, you know, your, sparked your imagination. So yeah, you can do that. Right, I've got two more. Let's go. Oops, I think they're going to all fall down in a minute. And then, oh, these beautiful Shop Star, and you can see why. Look at these. If you're into your zodiacs or your tarot cards, anything like that, this is going to work. But I mean, they are just the most beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous papers. Stargazing is what this one is. Look at that one with the butterfly. Isn't that beautiful? That's nice. Look at those flowers. I'd be fussy cutting those out. I really would. So many ways to do this. You could be printing these onto your printable acetate, you know, as well as your rice papers. They would look amazing on acetate, and then you could have them over an aperture so they were floating. Beautiful designs. And you're getting all of these in your Stargazing download. There we are. So I love how you've got all those lovely dark blues and those rusty tones, but you've got these vivid oranges and reds. I mean, who doesn't love a unicorn? Look at those flowers. Oh, the hot air balloon, that's nice. Absolutely beautiful. The planets, and then the, oh no, I've got two sheets left. I thought I had one left. There we are, look at that. Yeah, you're just going to want to do these. Whether are they going to go on your home decor? Are they going to go on, you know, on a notebook? I mean, this would make a beautiful planner, wouldn't it? Absolutely beautiful. And again, we've got some landscape ones here, so you're getting more in the width as well. So if you want the stargazing, then make sure you put in Shop Star, especially while they're only $14.99. Yeah, perfect price. Right, I've just put those down, and then I'm going to go and grab the last one. Oh, I've just dropped something on the floor as well. They're going to say I'm a liability. Oh, this one's nice and easy. So this one is the Shop Nature. Look at that. Is that hollyhocks? I think it might be. Aren't they beautiful? I mean, the layers and, oh, look at him. The layers and layers of artwork that you can see in each one of these. They are just beautiful. I think there's something here that's going to appeal to everyone. By the time we've gone through all of these, Shop Nature is the code you need for those. Again, we can go Christmassy with the robins, or spring or summer. It's entirely up to you. There. Absolutely gorgeous. And we'll have a look at my craft studio in a bit, and you can probably see all those in there as well. Right, so there we are. So if you liked any of those, make sure you use the right code. That last one, in case I didn't say, was Shop Nature, and then you've got that. Right, so the next code I want to give you is Shop SVG. So this is in the studio Coastal Keepsakes SVG, and we talked about this one a little bit earlier when I was on with David. So this is going to help you to make some absolutely gorgeous stencils. And again, I love this because you're going to be able to put these into your scan and cut, make those stencils, but you're going to be able to resize them. So are you just trying to make a stencil for a card? So you want it, I don't know, A5 size? Are you going to make a stencil of the seahorse to put on a wall? Therefore, you want it 12 by 12 or 12 by 24. You're going to be able to do that because you're going to do this with your scan and cut. So just remember that scan and cut bundle that we had up earlier, but this one is £7.48. Oh, there, that was quick. Shop Mega was that scan and cut bundle. If you've seen stuff today that you thought, maybe I'm getting ready to step over into scan and cut, watch back the shows with Mel that have been on this week, and I'm sure you'll see some amazing inspiration and make you want to pop on those. But yeah, SVG, shop SVG is the code for that one to make the stencils, which I think is a really, really clever idea. Make sure you get your plastic to be able to cut through as well, so you're getting out your mylar. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you is Shop Pebbles. So this is Pebbles and Memories. Pebbles and Promises. I can't read the writing, I'm so sorry, I couldn't read the writing on there. Pebbles and Promises. So Shop Pebbles is the code you need, $34.99. Right, just look at the price at the side. It should be £106.92, I think that says. So you're saving £72, less a few pence. £72. So this is virtually a 66% discount. I like that. That works for me. And you're going to get all of these dies. Now, you're also going to, if you see, it says it's the dies and the artwork as a download. And we'll look at that in a minute. So you're going to get all of the artwork, and so that's going to give you the reflections and the dies that are going to cut like this. Now you're going to want, you wouldn't want to buy these individually, because when you look at these, you're going to look at these and say, yeah, I want it all. You've got the lovely little crabs, so you can put them on the artwork. And all of these bits that you're seeing here are only possible because you've got the dies. Look at these, the lovely dies. So this is cut out by freehand, and this one is cut out using the die. So you can resize the artwork if that's what you want to do. And then you've got the turtles. This is a single turtle, the larger one. I think, remember, that was Shelley, I think it was. Yes, I can see Shelley there. And then you've got the two smaller turtles as well. Then you've got all of these beautiful shells. Again, it's scene building, isn't it? You're storytelling with these. Shop Pebbles is going to get you all of this. You're not having to pick. You're not having to choose. Look at the little children. I mean, fantasy, idyllic holidays, absolutely perfectly. Now, this one's going to get you the shoreline, and also we're going to give you the reflections so that you can create all these. Now, reflections is the artwork that is the perfect fit for the dies. So these are the dies, and they look a bit different when they're on their own. But then what you're going to get, and I can show you that because I've got it just here, is you've got the artwork. So we don't want that one for a minute. We want that scene building. I think it's number 2 is usually reflections. 1, 2. Ah, this is the one that doesn't have it, does it? Or does it have it? Does it have it? There it is. There it is. It did. It did. This is your reflections. So it's folder 2 when you open up your download. And each one of these will come out at A4 size, and then the dies will fit perfectly over. So don't worry that the children look in an odd combination there. That's so that you will get the maximum amount onto your sheet. But you'll put the die over that when it's A4 in size. It'll fit absolutely perfect, and then you'll be able to cut it out, and you don't have to worry about the colouring in. So all of those dies that I showed you have all got the reflections artwork. But we're also going to give you scene building so that you can create backgrounds. You could be using these, you know, you just build up the image that you want. You overlay one on top of the other, so you can have the little girl, the little boy. They could be, instead of a sandcastle, they could be looking at a turtle. It's entirely up to you how you do that. And still there's more. Sorry. So you're getting all of these. Then you've got a folder of digi-stamps. I mean, you can use these however you want. You can just stamp them out, print them out, which is effectively digi-stamping. You can colour them, you can paint them. It's entirely up to you. And then you've got your scenes. I love these. And then you've got your textures as well. I'll have to grab my water in a minute. I've got a tickly cough. They're just like paint pouring, aren't they? Absolutely gorgeous. Now, all of that, all of this artwork, all of these dies, they're all going to come to you, 7 packs of dies, an immediate digital download. You'll get that today. It's going to come to you for $34.99 if you use the code SHOP Pebbles. So you think you're going to want to really take advantage of that while it's on that ridiculously good price. But if you have just bought yourself a scan and cut, or you have a scan and cut already, then we can show you this one. So this is Shop Digital. This is the SVG files and the appropriate reflections artwork that goes with those SVG files for all 7 of the equivalent to all 7 of those dies. So maybe you don't do die cutting, maybe this is what you want to do. So you're going to get this, but you're also going to get all of that digital download as well. So it's going to be absolutely perfect. I just think this is a fantastic opportunity. So that is Shop Digital, and today it's $17.99 instead of over £35. Perfect, perfect. Right, we keep going down the counter, and then the next one we're going to do is the Perfect View. I think that's the right name. So this is, the Perfect View. It's a 2 die set. $24.99. Now that is a fantastic price just for the 2 die sets. It's going to give you a lot more dies. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dies in this one by the looks of it, and you've got 2 dies in this one. Oh, it says 8 on the front. Thank you. 8 dies, 10 die cuts. Why didn't I look at the front? I don't know. I should have just done that. Thank you. And this one is 2 dies and 2 die cuts. There you are. That's easy. I should just learn. I don't know how these ones work yet. So you've got the Perfect View, and you've got the Perfect View and the Fabulous Facade, which is brilliant. And this is going to allow you to do things like create these windows. So obviously we've brought in bits from other collections here. And so you can be looking out, as you've done here. You could be looking in. It's entirely up to you. But this is one that's really going to complement all your other collections. Now, I think I was talking about this one earlier when I was looking at the computer, looking at this one. So Shop Bundle is what you're going to be using for this one. And this is, you can see we put acetate behind there. You might want to cut it into a different background so that you're creating that gorgeous wall effect. It's going to work really beautifully. $24.99. Now, it's going to get you the dies, but it's going to get you all of the artwork as well. You've got these windows, so you can have them so that they open if that's what you want to do. And then you've got the, I never know, mullions, is it? And I know David gave me the word for that, and I can't remember. No, you're getting the pots, and then you're getting this little bit here so that you can build up the shapes. And then you've got the window as well. So you've got the window here, and then these bits, look, become the shutters around the outside. It's very, very clever. Very, very clever. But to make that work, you want the artwork. So I'm going to whiz through this. So you've got your scene building, your reflections, your scenes. You've got so many scenes in this one. Look at that. Beautiful. These are all sort of looking out of the window, out to the, oh, I think that's a duplicate. We've got a duplicate there. Oh, we've got some more. Right. You're going to just get everything on a digital download today, so that'll be perfect. You don't need to worry about this. You're also going to get your textures. These just look like gorgeous rice paper, solid colours. But you can build on top of these, and I showed you earlier how to use those. That's more scene building. And then your digi stamps as well. So you're going to be able to create your own images and designs. So you're going to get all of those for $24.99 instead of nearly £50. So it's a brilliant, brilliant half price sale. I'm making such a mess on here. But again, we have another option for you if you are not into your die cutting. This is your one for your scan and cut. This is your shop download. It is the Perfect View SVG and artwork download bundle. So you could have that if you wanted it. So this is going to give you the reflections and the cutting files. This means you can resize them. You can make them whatever size you want, smaller, larger. You can build them up into other designs. it's just going to give you endless possibilities, and you get all of the artwork that we looked at a few minutes ago. Shop download for £10.99 instead of nearly £22. Again, is a brilliant, brilliant price. Right, oh wow, we keep going, we keep going. So Cool Jewels is my next one that I want to show you, and I'm going to hopefully get to demonstrate this one if we get enough time. This is really, really cute. So we've got Flurry, Frosty and Snowy. So this one is Frosty. You can see on here, isn't he cute? I love this. And then the die will cut out all the details. So when I run my finger across there, I can feel the texture of it because it's die cut around all the jewels and everything. But then you can be adding extra by adding in your own gems, your own glitters. It's entirely up to you. Then we have got Flurry, I think. Yeah, that's Flurry. Really cute. And do you see how you always get the background, not the background die, the sort of the outline die as well, which I think is really useful to have sometimes. And then finally you've got Snowy, which again is really cute. These are just crying out to be used with glitters and sparkle elements, your jewels, you know, you're just going to want to use those all the time. So Shop Studio is going to get you Cool Jewels. So it's going to get you the dies, the 3 sets of dies, so that's 6 dies in total, and the scene building dies. So you get all 3 of the lovely characters that are completely resizable. You're going to be getting the scenes. Now I've printed out one of these scenes, I think it's that one, so you can see how you can resize them and you can use them. Look at these. I'm going to turn it around, the wrong way around. For my textures, I said earlier, they just look like somebody has dropped a complete pack of pearl gems, coloured pearl gems onto a piece of card, don't they? They are beautiful, all those colourways. Then you're going to get your digi stamps in all 3, and I mean, who isn't going to want to make these and just draw them out and let the children colour them in? Brilliant. So once you've got the digi stamps, you could always ask your Scan and Cut to cut them out with maybe just a little border around, and you'll also get your reflections. So yes, these are in JPEG format, so you'll be able to just sort of cut them up, and as we were saying earlier, you could make an A4 sheet with a row of each of the snowmen on, so that you don't have to print out all of them every time. So I think that is brilliant. That is £19.48. It should be £38.96. Sorry, my eyes are dreadful. I couldn't see where the line struck through. So yeah, you're going to be able to get that today. But the alternative is the SVG. So Shop Cool is going to get you the SVG version of that bundle with Flurry, Frosty and Snowy. Aren't they gorgeous? So you're going to get all the cutting files and the reflections, and you're still going to get the artwork download. So this artwork download crosses across between the 2 bundles, which I think that is so useful. So there we go. So that is Shop Cool. £9.49. £9.49 instead of £18.98. Brilliant. Last set of dies I'm going to show you, and then we can maybe start looking at some, can look on the computer and stuff, is the next collection, which is the Cool, no, not wrong, Barely Cozy, sorry, Berry Cozy, sorry, I get that wrong. So if you type in Shop Artwork, the price today is £17.98 instead of £35.96. And this is going to get you these 3 dies, so it's going to get you Wally, Rusty and Teddy, which I think are absolutely beautiful. They are so cute. So this one is Wally, and then you're going to get Rusty. Aren't they gorgeous? Now you've got the Charisma artwork in a couple of different colourways, so that is really perfect. And then you've got Teddy as well. Now they're all going to work together. Now look at this, if I show you this. Isn't this super cute? Where we've got all 3 of them together. I love this. Really, really sweet. So you're going to do this by using the artwork that we're going to have a quick look at. So Shop Artwork is going to get you the dies and everything that you're going to see here as a download. Let's go to the first one. There you are. So this is the scene building. So you're going to get them in the 2 different colourways, Rusty, Teddy and Wally in the 2 different colourways, which is brilliant. You're going to get your textures. I mean, how many other projects can you see where you're going to be able to use this tartan? You're going to be able to get your scenes, which I'm loving, and these will go brilliant with your jewels. And you're going to get your digi-stamps, and you're going to get your reflections. I've not got one here for reflections, but you are definitely going to get your reflections. I promise you that. £17.98, another fantastic half price deal. But just because we need to make sure everybody's got access to them, if you are a scan and cutter instead of a die cutter, then this is the bundle for you. Shop Cozy is going to give you the SVGs and all the artworks available, and all the artwork I just showed you, and all the SVG elements as well. And that is £9.49. How quick! And this will be with you today. It'll be with you today. It is so quick because it'll all come as a download. There we are. Oh, that's the bow off my card. I thought that was missing. Right, now, is this one on now? Right, we sort of hinted towards this one earlier and then had to take it off because we didn't have it ready, but you do now. Shop Berry is this. This is your rice paper downloads, and I absolutely love this. You're getting 15 files on here. Oh, thank you. Absolutely beautiful tones, beautiful images, ready to go, but again, they're rice papers. Shop Berry, £4.99, down from £9.99. But you could also use them as scene builders with your other collection if that's what you wanted to do. So there we go. Right, Corinne, and breathe. That was a lot of words, wasn't it? And I can only apologise for that. Right, okay. We've got, I'll just see who's here. Right, we came on at 12, didn't we? So, gosh, there's lots of people here. We've got Stephanie Best here, says, oh, you will be fine on your own, Corinne. Thank you, that's very nice, Stephanie. Lexi says, on your own, welcome to the family. Yes. Angie, hiya, Angie. I know, Angie. Marie, love to see you back. Thank you. Then Stephanie, oh, so then we've got lots of people here trying to see, because you're all chatting to each other. So Stephanie's been buying bits. She's bought the coastal keepsake, the rice papers. She's bought all sorts of pieces. There's lots of people here, so that is brilliant. Love to know who's here, because obviously I'm here on my own, so I need someone to chat to. So if you've got anything, then please do feel free to come in, and I will keep trying to check in. But I just want to remind you of the scan and cut bundle. We've added that into the show. This is Shop Mega, and it really is a mega deal. So for £449.99, I know that's a considered purchase, but it is phenomenal. It should cost £1,298.99. You're going to get a £499 scan and cut. You're going to get £720 worth of magazines, which is not just your magazines, it's your SVG cutting files, it's all of your papers, it's all of your backgrounds, it's all of the instructions, it's everything you need to make 24 sets of 45 projects. You're going to get Class is with Mel, lessons 1 to 3. That's worth £30, and then you're going to get a £50 coupon to be able to buy your own SVG files or whatever you wanted to buy as well. Right, I'm going to be very rude. I'm going to have a quick drink, otherwise I will cough again. Oh, that's better. Should we have a look quickly at how the computer works? So if you are new to this, now I have been working with Stephanie and her brands for a lot of years. And my craft studio is a phenomenal piece of artwork. I absolutely love it. It's one that I still turn to time and time again, and it's just going to be it's going to be your go-to software. Now you can see on here I've got all of my artwork here. So I've got my Berry Cozy. So when you get it as a download, it'll come like this, and it'll show you your scene building, your reflections, your digi-stamps, your scenes and your textures. I love how it's put into those folders. So I know where I can find everything. Your cool tones is going to work in, cool jewels, sorry, is going to work in the same way. Then you get your pebbles and promises. Now, I haven't got on here the downloads for the rice papers, but they will work in exactly the same way. Scene building, reflections, digi-stamp scenes and textures, and also your perfect view. So you're going to get all of those. Oh, and there's the tiny tails and clover trails that we were looking at earlier as well. So I'm just going to show you the snow one. So you cool jewels. So when you click on that, the computer's just winding up. Somebody's forgotten to put the money in the machine. Come on, pedal faster. It's just taking a minute. There we go. That took a minute, didn't it? It says, but you left me. So you've got all 5 of your folders here. So you've got your scene building. So if we open that, you can see here, and I'm just going to drag them. So you've got Flurry. He's cute. Come on, drag. There we go. Isn't he lovely? So that's Flurry. Now, this is a scene building, so you can be making him as big or as small as you want. So you could be making, you could put him smaller. I'm just going to put him just to one side a minute. I'm going to go to, let's go to one of my textures, and I'm going to take, let's get, he's in red, so let's go with the pink and drop that down, and then I can send that to the back. So I click on order, come on, and send to back. There we go. So he's now on front. So we can, everything that you need is here in your software, and there are so many lessons on how to use Minecraft software. But I can pop that onto my mat. That's a little bit bold, so I'm going to go to my opacity, and I'm just going to tone it down a little bit. There we go. So I've still got all of that gorgeous detail. I've not lost any, but he's not dominating quite so much. I know I showed this earlier, but I do love this. So I've highlighted Snowy. I'm going to click on tile, and I'm going to just drag and repeat it. Now, if you run off the edge of your mat, don't worry, it'll only print what's on your mat. So there we go, and I can tile it down that way as well. So I can start creating my own papers, my own backgrounds, my own rice papers. I can start doing those together. I can then select everything and group those together. So that now is, look, is a single item. Doesn't that look beautiful? So I could be making, if you've got a big printer, we could print that out onto a big piece of paper, and it could be wrapping paper, it could be whatever you wanted. This could be a paper to create, print it onto card. If your printer prints card, you could be making your boxes, your decorative boxes. I'd be using that for the lid, and then maybe a plain red base. So that would work absolutely perfectly. If we go back to our files, let's have a look at our scenes. Come on, I thought I clicked on their scenes. Right, so if I look at this one on here, now it is landscape. The easy way to change it from landscape to portrait is you just portrait landscape there. So I can flick between landscape, my map becomes landscape, or it becomes portrait. But what I'm going to do, I'll put it back to portrait, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to shrink this down a little bit, and then I can put it on my mat like that. I could then come back to home. I can, have I got a duplicate on there, or can I can copy, and then I can paste. So I've now got 2 of those. So I can now print out 2 of those, and that's going to help me to make my 1 project, 2 projects, however many I wanted to. I could also come into here, and I could get my scene building, and I could start adding my snowmen in. So he's a little bit big at the moment, so I can just resize him, and I could put a lovely snowman by the door on that one, and we could have a red snowman by the door on this one. Oh, he's a little bit overpowering, a little bit big there. Did you want to? I think he looks better in front of the Christmas tree. There we go. So can you see how we've already started to create our own designs? So you could print out these, you could save them. There is a save up here, look, there you go, save. But there you go, you could do that, and then you could use these as the start of your card, and then add on your die cuts on top of this. So I think this is just so clever. So yeah, absolutely love it. It's such the possibilities once you get these down lows are phenomenal. You're just going to have so much craftability with them. Yeah, I think it's just a really, really fun way to craft. I love die cutting. I will always admit die cutting is my go-to, my first choice. But I love having this because it lets me take my die cutting that little bit further. Everything I've done here, though, you could, if you wanted an SVG version of it, that'll work too, because you'll be able to just do this. Everything I'm going to show you now, you could do this, you could make the background, and then you could just cut out the top images using your scan and cut. So it works whichever way you prefer to craft, which I think is great, Let's see if there's anybody else. Oh, it's gone off. Oh, Karen Halbert says hi. So does Mandy Robson. Thank you, Stephanie. Lots of lovely, lovely supportive comments in there. I'd love to know if you bought anything today. What have you bought? Is it something that you've been looking for a while and just thought, well, the Black Friday deals are too good to miss? Or is it something new that maybe David or I've explained it? Oh, we had Jane on as well earlier, in a different way, and you just thought, no, I've got to go for it today. So that would be great to know. And then Stephanie says, you can lose hours designing on Minecraft Studio. Yeah, but they're not wasted hours, are they, Stephanie? As long as you remember to save, I think they're really worthwhile, because you can always come back to it. We've got Emily W saying, hi, Corinne, loving the show. Hello, Emily. It's lovely to have you with us too. So I'm loving that. Right, now, if I can find where I put it, I quickly put together a demo for us to have a look at with this. So let's have a quick look to see what we can do crafting wise. Let's move my mouse mat out of the way, otherwise we're going to end up with glue everywhere. I'm sitting down. This is a funny chair. This is a very strange chair. So you remember I showed you that you can print them out. So this is similar sort of effect to the one I just did, but you can see how you can print out two. Now that means I've got two cards. That means I've got one card and I can fussy cut one out if I wanted to. And that's exactly what I've just done now. So I've printed one out and cut it out. So that was the image that we were just looking at. But I print, because it had two on, what I've done is I've cut into the second one, and I just cut it with my scissors, and it was really, really easy to do. So I've just cut the images out with my scissors from there and from there. Now you could be cutting out one of the houses, but I just thought, oh, the trees worked really, really well. So what I thought I could do, now, if I knew my way around the studio here, I think I'd be going in and I'd be getting some glitters, and I'd be glittering up here. I've got a few little bits. I don't know, this is not a medium that I've used before, but I'm not sure how well it's going to work because I want to put some acetate on. So this is apparently icy snow paste. You live and learn, don't you? Something new every day. And I'm going to just put a little bit of this onto here and hope I can still put my acetate on without squashing this down. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this icy paste on. So it's going to look like snow before I started. There we go. I'm just going to put that on just like this. I'm trying to do it quite sparingly because, as I say, I need to build up my card. Now, if I was doing this at home, what I'd be thinking about doing is putting this on and leaving it to dry. And if I'd known what I was going to be doing now, I could have done this even last night. That was a bit dry, that bit. Let's find a little bit that's a bit damper. There we go. We can be putting this on like that. So this is going to give me the texture of my snow, but I can take it one step further and I've got some glitter. This is going to come out. Oh yes. And I can then be adding glitter on top. There we go. I should have taken that off, shouldn't I? And I can take that back off. Let's give that a little bit of a tap. And that then straight away brings it to life. So I can just tidy it up a little bit. Let's just tidy it up a little bit. There we go. Doesn't that look fun? Now, obviously, if I had time, I'd be doing that maybe here, a bit down here. We could be coming in with our glitters and highlighting some of these as well. But we've not got time to do all that. Let me put the lid on there, otherwise it will dry up and then David will shout at me. And what I've done is I found a piece of acetate. Now, if I could have found a piece of construction acetate, that would have done, but this is just a printable piece of acetate. So you can make anything work. And all I've done is I've measured it. I'm going to show you on here so you can see. It's the same height as my piece of card, but I've scored it a little bit, and it really is only a little bit. It's about 1/4 of an inch after the end of the size that I've cut the card out to. and that's going to give me a dome. You can put your dome quite big, but then it makes it quite hard to post, and then it makes it it really does make it stand out quite a long way. You really don't need much. Right, I'm just having to do this carefully because I've got wet glitter there. So that's put it on here, and you can see it's already trying to dome. So just, like I say, just score it a little bit longer than your piece of card. And then all I do here is I put, oops, don't stick it to me, put this one down, and then I'm trying to do it so that you can see. And I'm just going to put that into the corner, just there, and then fold that over. And again, like I say, if I could have done it without the glitter. Now, when that's going to be flat, can you see how I've got that lovely dome effect there? They're different heights. So that's going to give me some more perspective. So I've got my card base, and you really don't need a fancy shaped card base with this. You could do if you wanted to, but you really don't need it because the interest is going to be in the front. So I can put this onto here. I've been and got a new glue, bottle of glue, one with a nozzle on. Remember on the last show that I was doing just a few minutes ago? The nozzle had gone, and it just kept coming out of the tube. There was not a lot of control to it. There we go. So I can put that on. If you can't use Miri card at Christmas, when can you use it? Perfect. A little bit of red. Now, very often I like to go a white layer in between, but I didn't actually have time today. But that looked really nice to put an extra layer in there. Let's get rid of that glue. There we are. And then I'm going to get this one now. I didn't bring any tape in, did I? I'm going to have to do this and hope that I should have brought some tape. Did I not bring any tape in? No, I didn't. Never mind. Let's see if it'll stick to the acetate. It'll definitely stick to that bit there. And then that is going to stick on here. I love using, I am a wet glue girl because it gives me time to you know, to get everything, to let everything, check it's going to fit and it's in the right place. I'm just using whatever I've got to hand just to put a little bit of pressure on. There we are. Just mindful that I've got glitter. There, that's sticking perfectly, isn't it? Just on here. There we go. And can you see I've got this lovely dome. I haven't gone massive, I've just done a little bit. So what I want to do now, just give this a little bit of a shape. You do need to shape it a little bit so that it'll go onto your acetate, otherwise it'll try and pop off. And that's going to go, well, you could build up, but I thought I would try and do it so that it sat perfectly over. And then we've got the next one. Oops, I've just taken the star off that. Never mind. And then we can put some on here. And that one's going to go perfectly on there. You could cut out more of these if you wanted to, and then you could, you know, create a forest. Right, which snowman do we want? I think I want one of the red ones because I've done a red background. So luckily somebody cut these out for me. So I can put one of these on. Let's put him on here, just like this. All the way, just a little bit of wet glue. And again, you're going to be going in with your glitters, your jewels, whatever you wanted to do. Oh, let's use these scissors. And then I think I'm going to trim this one on here. So you don't need all the extra decoupage dies because look, it cuts out perfect. You're just going to snip it at those snippy lips. Oh, look at him. Oh, he looks very strange without a hat on. Oh, he does look strange. Bless him. I just want to get his scarf. I'm just going to do that bit of his scarf. There we are. I think we'll go, oh yeah, that was going to cut across there, look. There we are. That's perfect. So I can put this on here. Now you might do a lot more, many more layers than I've done here when you get to do yours, but you've not got a camera pointing at you and trying to get it done. They're squeezy tweezy, Corin, you don't need to squeeze. And then we can put a little bit of 3D glue in there. Now if you want this one is shop artwork, and it's going to get you, oh no, that's the berry one. Sorry, I looked up. This note, there we are. Shop Studio. Shop Studio is going to get you the cool jewels of the artwork and all of the dies for just £19.49, which is phenomenal when you think of all of the things that you could be doing with this. Now, you want to maybe put a sentiment on, you maybe want to be putting a bow on, but I mean, how quick was that? You've seen me do that. That was so quick, but isn't that super cute? Look, you can see, yeah, perfect. There you are, showing you there, look. Isn't that lovely? I am loving that. That was just a start. There's, you know, you can take it further, but I just wanted to show you how we can resize it, we can cut it out. Don't those trees look really effective on the acetate? Because it just adds another perspective, another view on there. That is lovely. So Shop Studio is going to get you that bundle. That's brilliant. Okay, how long have we got left?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Is there anything that anyone, oh thank you, Kaz says that's beautiful. Is there anything that anybody wants another quick look at? Or do we can quickly just recap on what we've got. Francis, pardon? Oh yes, the mat.
Just behind your laptop.
Just behind my laptop. I forgot about this one. Francis, poor snowman. I know, it did. Right, I nearly forgot about this. This is, you went mad for this earlier because we added this to the show earlier. I'm just going to put my snowman out of the way because he's got lots to dry. This is a phenomenal deal. David, I don't know how many David said he'd got these. Was it 6, I think he said. He's got a lot of them. So Shop Mat is going to get you the Craftmaster A3 clear cutting mat. It's like a self-healing one. Absolutely perfect. So you're going to be able to, you might want one for your paints, you might want one for your, that you're going to cut onto, you might want one for your, I don't know, all your different techniques. So this is going to get you the A3 cutting mat, which £14.99 is a brilliant price for. But you're also going to get in the bundle your craft knife. Now David was showing this earlier, and this is brilliant. So you're going to get a pair of squeezy tweezers, and they are shaped squeezy tweezers. I think that is even better. Look at that. I love squeezy tweezers. If you do embossing or anything like that, you really do, heat embossing, you want squeezy tweezers because you can then take your hand away and it'll still hold it. And then it's got your craft knife, which reverse unlocks. The blade comes out, and I'm going to show you in here. You've got all your spare blades, a pokey tool, I'm going to take that off my hand because that's sharp, a pokey tool element, and 2 ball tools. Now they are really fine ball tools, but do you know what? How many times have I been hunting for a fine ball tool and not been able to find one? So you're going to get them in this bundle. So you're going to get all of those, the mat, the knife, the blades, the ball tools, everything that you need for £14.99 if you use the code SHOPMAT. This is a craft essential. These are the sorts of things that are going to help you to be the best crafter that you can be. We all need the right tools to do the job. Oh, and it's ergonomically shaped, so it's going to fit in your hand absolutely perfectly, which I really love too. So there we are. Right, okay. I don't know, there's nobody else said anything else just yet. So is there anyone that you want us to do?
Anyone's going to cut deal. We've got 1 minute left.
Right, okay, so I can stay where I am then, So next to me is a scan and cut. This is a phenomenal deal. You're getting £1,298.99 worth of value for £449.99 today. You're getting a nearly £500 scan and cut. You're getting 24 digital magazines that honestly are worth every penny of the £720, but we don't want you to pay £720. Each magazine contains everything that you need for 45 projects. That's SVGs, that's instructions, that's packing papers, reflections, everything, absolutely everything. You're going to get a set of classes worth just shy of £30 with our lovely Mel, and you're also going to receive a digital coupon, and that digital coupon has a value of £50. So that means that you can then go onto our website and then you can buy some more cutting files. So if we took that off, You're buying the Scan and Cut, the magazines and the classes for £399.99. This is a phenomenal deal. That Scan and Cut on its own retails at £499. It's the SDX. It is absolutely fantastic. It's jam-packed full of elements that you can, and SVG cutting files. I need to do a Facebook post because I use mine to make all the die cuts for my daughter's classroom door. Oh, and we're going to go. I'll be back in a few minutes. See you soon. Bye.